I came outside to join the fans watching it on the big screen, and I'm glad I did because it was absolutely amazing. Particularly amazing when Lionel Messi came out at the end of it all onto a platform. The fans, the ultras, hundreds of, if not thousands of fans all gather around this platform to see him, just to see their new hero. He spent quite a lot of time waving. There was smoke, there was fireworks, there was flares, and you can imagine our cameraman Rob shooting this found himself a little bit crushed against the barrier. So he's done an amazing job to get those pictures, and it's an experience he'll never forget. It's an experience I'll never forget. It's an experience the fans here will never forget. And I tell you what, despite everything he's seen, everything he's done, everything he's achieved, all the big trophies he's won, it's an experience Leo, as they're calling him here, Messi, will never forget as well.
And Gary, what did you make of the news conference and how Messi came across?
I thought, what a contrast. You know, 48 hours can make, or now I guess it's a bit longer than that, isn't it? It's 3 days since that news conference on Sunday when he was in tears, when he was shaking, when he looked lost, when he looked really, really bemused and frustrated and couldn't quite work out what had happened to him over the previous days, why he was forced to leave Barcelona. Today, he looks like a man who realises that perhaps it was all for the best. He looked very relaxed indeed. He had his wife and his children with him. He had this amazingly warm welcome, didn't he, from the money man behind the club. And he had this amazingly warm welcome from the journalists, as you saw. He had this amazingly warm welcome from the fans. And he really does look like a man who thinks he's got something still to prove. He's won everything there is to win several times over, but it doesn't look like that. He looks like a young lad joining a big club for the first time. It was a tour de force, shorter than I thought it was going to be, but he answered every question he was asked. Obviously, a lot of stuff, a lot of detail, a lot of private information he's not going to divulge, but he seemed to enjoy it, and I'm sure he's going to enjoy the rest of the day after the greeting that he's just had.
Yeah, and he also enjoyed playing alongside some of his new teammates. What did Messi have to say about the players he's going to be joining?
Well, you don't have to worry too much about any suggestion that he may have been tapped up, because he was out of contract anyway, wasn't he? He was planning to sign a new deal with Barcelona, and he said at the Barcelona news conference a few days ago that picture of him in Ibiza with Di Maria and Neymar and other Paris Saint-Germain players was just a coincidence. I was there on holiday in Ibiza, they were there, we saw each other and decided to get together. They put it on social media though, didn't they? So some coincidence, let's stick it on social media. So he does now admit that they did play a part in his decision to come here. Obviously he loves playing with Neymar, and of course he talked about a conversation with Pochettino as well. He didn't give too much away about what Poch said to him, but that Argentinian connection has to have been a big factor. He says he wants to join these great players that are here already, join the new signings that have joined this summer alongside him, the best goalkeeper in the world, arguably, Sergio Ramos, a bit older than he was, but still a quality central defender, to try and make sure PSG compete to win the Champions League and don't finish second in a one-horse race in the league here either, which they did last season. Pressure's on him to prove that the money is being paid, to prove that the welcome he's had is worthwhile, and the pressure's on Poch as well. Now he's got all these stars lining up for him.